Your average Joe by day.
YouTube sensation by night. Hold on. By night. Okay, so if you have an office job, you know you get extremely bored, okay? I thought of this skit while I was working because, you know, like, the superhero's like working and then he takes off his outfit and he has his superhero outfit underneath. So I didn't have another undershirt today, so I had to compromise. And now it's getting extremely cold. What is up? It's your boy Aing here, bringing to you guys a brand new freaking video, man. So look, listen, today we got a fun one. Today we got an exciting one. Today we are talking about 5,000 miles on this Tacoma. Don't know why I said that. 5,000 miles on my brand new Toyota Tacoma. Now, to be honest, it's taken me a long time to put 5,000 miles on this truck. My last truck had 10,000 miles in 3 months. So 5,000 miles in like 6 months? It's pretty crazy. This isn't coming from your ordinary reviewer where they got a truck to test it out. It doesn't even have gas in it. Doesn't that bother you whenever you watch one of those driving reviews and the truck doesn't even have gas in it? I don't know. Kind of bugged me. But this is my fourth Tacoma. We got 5,000 miles on the clock. And let's talk about it. I really enjoy watching these videos and I really enjoy making these videos because I feel like before, in the olden days, I guess you could say, you used to have like Carfax. Well, I guess you still have Carfax, but you have like all your receipts and paperwork that you kept on the vehicle. And at 5,000 miles, I'm now making a video. Maybe when I'm handing it down, they can see how this truck has performed versus how it's performing then. Does that make sense? So we're gonna be going over the pros and the cons, the benefits and the... I tried. The good and the bad and the ugly. The pretty and the ugly, you know what I'm saying. If you're an Aing subscriber, you already know what I'm trying to say. Enough blabbering, my last video was rather negative, so I'm gonna start off with giving the Tacoma credit. We gotta give credit where credit is due, right? So, let's go over some positives of this truck so far. Literally right here, I think shows you what my number one thing is, and that's just the color. 5,000 miles in, the color is insane. It's still as precious and as beautiful as the first day I bought it. Today I took it to work and I usually don't park really close to anybody else, so it kind of sits in a corner by itself. Today I parked it relatively close to everybody else and it sticks out like a sore thumb. Now, that's either a good thing or a bad thing depending on how you look at it, but I gotta tell you, man, this voodoo blue is insane. I think it's one of the best colors that Toyota has ever made. It's so deep. There's so many different things to it. Is it matte? Is it shiny? Is it glossy? Who knows? It's voodoo blue and it's perfect. These aren't organized in any better or worse, whatever. Just going down the list. Second thing that I really want to point out is how smooth the driving is. I sound like a broken record player. I had 4 Tacomas, okay? Each truck I had seemed to be getting better. Wow! Did you guys see that? It was quicksand. My 2019 SR to my 2019 SR5 was an upgrade in driving feeling. My 2019 to my 2020 was a great improvement until I lifted it. So now I'm back to stock, and I gotta tell you, driving a stock Tacoma, you can't beat it. It is so butter smooth. I don't have transmission lag. The throttle response isn't too bad. It is a great performing 4x4 pickup truck for, I mean, anything. Number three, it feels a lot more powerful. It's kind of, I think, a placebo effect, if you will, because, well, I had a 2020, same powertrain, same transmission, on bigger, heftier tires, okay? I think it may have been like 50 or 60 pounds each tire plus wheels. So I'm on 245s right now. Stock Tacoma with a better transmission update, supposedly. It's night and day. When I first got the truck and I test drove it, I literally felt like I was in a Ferrari. I couldn't stop smiling, and still to this day I cannot stop smiling at the power that this truck gives out. I mean, it's a Tacoma, it's a V6. I know these things aren't known for being extremely powerful, but for me, it's more than plenty powerful. It's more than plenty peppy, and there's obviously some things you can do to enhance it, but for me, at least right now, as it sits, 245s, I mean, I feel like the truck doesn't even know they're there. It's perfect. It's an amazing truck. Power is, it doesn't lack it for sure. Number 4 is the bed. Okay, the bed is a must for me now. If you don't know, I was very tempted to buy this or a 4Runner. I'm so happy I got this. Okay, Sandy may not be as happy. it lets me keep a lot more mess. This was supposed to go inside a long time ago. It just allows me to have a lot more storage, a lot more tools. And I really have been slacking on the build of this truck, but I'm hoping to add a lot more stuff, a lot more gear into the bed of the truck. With the 4Runner, you know, you get like a little cubby. If not, you have to put down the seats, so on and so forth. So having the bed storage and the diversity of a bed, it's next level. Nonetheless, that's one of my favorite things. Just realizing how much you actually need the bed versus, you know, a third row or just a closed cabin. And my last, I think we're on number 17. My last thing is actually the want to keep driving it. Now, I feel like this is very important. I remember seeing something on Instagram where it was like, you know you bought the right truck when you leave it and you turn around and look at it. Now, I turn around and look at it because I have to lock it. But I really genuinely like want to drive. Like all these months that I've had it, knowing I only have 5,000 miles on it, feels kind of embarrassing to me personally, because I'm the type to like go out and drive it and beat it up and use it, and I haven't gotten the chance to. So starting soon, that's one of my New Year's resolutions, I guess you could say. Drive this truck. I definitely want to put like 50, 100,000, 200,000 miles on this truck, because I mean that's what Toyotas are made for, it feels like. And I feel like we baby these trucks a little bit too much. We don't really get out and drive them. Or even if I get 100,000 miles out of it, if I get 100,000 good miles out of this truck, I'd be happy. I think I'd get more, obviously, because I'm not that crazy. Those are my 5 things that I absolutely love about this truck. Not only do I want to drive it more, but I want to do more to it. And that benefits you guys. Doesn't benefit my pocket as much, but benefits you guys. So mods are coming soon. If you're interested in that, obviously stay tuned. Don't cry. Don't cry. I let you have your dessert first. Now we gotta have the vegetables, okay? Hold on. All right. So this list was way hard to make. Okay, this negative list was way more difficult to make. I felt like I was nitpicking a lot and just trying to get points. So pretty much the video's over, unless you want to hear the small minor things that are wrong with this truck. It's a perfect truck in my eyes, but we'll start with the bouncy suspension. The bouncy suspension, not too much of a fan. Feels a little weird at times, I won't lie. It just feels like it should be a little bit stiffer, especially if when you put weight into it, it would only be more squishy. Does that make any sense? I recently drove a vehicle that definitely needed new shocks, and what scared me was that the Tacoma didn't feel too far off. Like it literally did not feel too far off of the vehicle that had hundreds of thousand miles on them. It really put things into perspective and definitely made me move my suspension work up higher on the list. Number 2 is my last video, the miles per gallon. So the miles per gallon have been slacking. I don't know why. I'm looking into it. People were telling me to measure it by hand. I definitely think that's what we're gonna do, just to be as accurate as we can. I never mean to defame Toyota, or I was just genuinely curious of what's going on. And a lot of comments in the comment section didn't know what was going on. So that's why I make the video. Hopefully we get some type of Einstein down there who hooks it up with some knowledge. But yeah, 2.5 miles, it's like engraved in my brain right now, and like 6 or 7 miles per the gallon. It's insane. I was about to show you guys, but I showed you guys last video. Today was my worst, 6.8 miles to the gallon. Backseat space, not a fan. Fortunately, I don't have a big family. It's just me and Sandy. Sometimes I have to ride in the back seat. No, I'm kidding. Sometimes we do have like an extra person, her mom, whatever, we're going out to dinner, whatever the case may be, and I just feel bad, so I scoot my seat up to the point where my knees are up against the steering wheel, and I'm like, do they have enough space back there? But it's a midsize, so I mean, kind of like, what do you expect? And very last but not least is one of the things that I also pointed out in one of my last videos. This little latch thing, I kid you not, I hope and I think from the last video I haven't touched it again. Let's see if it's locked. It is locked. Okay, great. So it was an issue where, like, if I close it normally, right? If I close it normally, it doesn't lock all the way. So you hear it lock, it doesn't lock. So you have to really like, I mean like one inch punch, I think it's called. All right, let's get out this parking lot before I get kicked out. Alrighty, man. Well, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please leave a like, a comment, and a subscription. The channel is doing very, very well right now due to that last video. So YouTube is shouting your boy out, and I appreciate that, YouTube. I appreciate it very, very much. Nonetheless, it's been your boy. I'm Audi like an Audi. I'll see you tomorrow. Cinco de Malo. Peace.
Your Average Everyday Joe by Your Average 9 to 5 work. No. Your Everyday Average Joe by Day. Does that sound right? I don't know. Your Everyday Average. Your Average